Sheena Easton thing's a bit weird.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Kev.
How's it going, man? You all right?
Yeah, all right, mate. Yeah, yourself?
Yeah. All good, all good. So we're going to have a little chat today about the new St. Vincent album. The 6th studio album by St. Vincent, also known as Annie Clark. It's Annie Clark, isn't it? Yeah, that's her name, yeah. Just came out this year, depending on when you listen to it. This is 2021. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I have to say, it's quite different to a lot of the other stuff she's done. It's still definitely her, but the sounds, you know, she keeps developing. I'd say, you know, what was your sort of initial thoughts on it?
Yeah, incredibly dense arrangements. Definitely got a bit of a. There's obviously touch points to David Bowie. I could hear. Starting the Family Stone. Bit of Floyd, a lot of, you know, those sort of, lots of really excellent guitar sounds, really interesting production, really dense arrangements. You know, really dense, and there's lots of vocal layering. I mean, if you look at Strange Mercy to this, I mean, the Strange Mercy is pretty minimalist with really sort of inspiring. I mean, I was really into the guitar sounds and like Strange Mercy. And the last few records have been sort of slightly more experimental. Yeah. And then you got this one where it's kind of a 70s Bowie, Floydy. It's got that sort of feel to it, hasn't it? Really lovely. The drums on this are a lot looser than her previous records, and it's definitely got more of a sort of loose, slightly looser drum feel on it. So I really like it.
It's definitely more organic, I'd say, than some of the other. Well, the first few albums were, you know, still were quite, you know, a band, and this is definitely, I'd say, compared to, like you say, Strange Mercy, quite a lot more organic. I tell you, the one thing that I overall I kept hearing was Steely Dan.
I thought Steely Dan.
Yeah, and she did actually put up on Spotify, you know, before the album came out, when she was like dropping tracks, she did come up with you know, influences, and Steely Dan was on there. Some of the tracks like Down and Out Downtown and Daddy's Home, to me they just sound really Steely Dan-esque. It's interesting as well, there's the song Live in the Dream. That one to me it's the real Pink Floyd kind of thing. It's really nice variation on it, really different for her as well, I thought.
She had the phasery guitar sound, right, didn't she?
Yeah.
I love the choral electric sitar sound she's got. That's quite unusual.
Well, I read in an interview that she was kind of getting fed up with, like, you know, his clean guitar, his distorted guitar. So she was looking for sort of, you know, her new version of distorted guitar, as it were, and that's what it came up with. I think you do have to. It's used a lot on the album. It totally sits, and it's totally, you know, totally works. But, you know, you don't want to get you can get a bit Kirk Hammett with a wire on it if you overuse it.
The first time I heard it, the first thing I thought, there's a lot of Fender Rhodes on this, and there's a lot, sort of Wurlitzer Fender Rhodes, and a lot of sitar guitar on it. A little bit of some Mellotron. It's definitely lots of 70s stuff in there. So that kind of feel, I suppose.
But she's not hiding it as well. I mean, the whole image that goes with the album. And, you know, like the little teaser video she's done and all this kind of stuff. It's like, you know, she's definitely going for that. It's the Thin White Duke era, Bowie, Steely Dan, that 70s, like, it's not yacht rock, but it's, you know, it's that kind of, you know, Blue-Eyed Soul kind of vibe going there. What did you think of the actual songs?
I really liked, you know, when Luther Vandross guested on Young Americans.
Yeah.
And then she's got those sort of soulful backing vocals on this. And it's got I got that sort of feel. And there's a bit where one of the backing vocals goes down, down, and it's like, oh, that's a bit fairly, you know, obvious reference, isn't it? But, what the actual songs? I like. I don't think there's anything as good as sort of Cheerleader on it. There's, but I mean, I've only listened to it 3 times, so you know, it's I'm not sure it's got because I'm not sure the way the album runs. It's got the best songs in the right place. So the best song I thought was "Somebody Like Me." I really liked.
Yeah,
that picking chord sequence, that sort of Elliott Smithy sort of thing. I like "Melting of the Sun." That was really cool. And "Pay Your Way in Pain." I really like that.
Yeah.
Those sort of three stuck out for me.
I'd have to agree. I'd say that the singles were correct.
Were they the singles?
Well, "Pay Your Way in Pain" and "The Melting of the Sun" were the two first things. I don't know what else is going to be released, but yeah, to me they were two of the like kind of standout tracks as well. What did you think?
Easton thing's a bit weird.
The which one? Sorry,
Sheena Easton thing's a bit weird.
Yeah.
That's a bit of "My Baby Wants a Baby." That one.
Yeah. I kind of like it. You know, it's very self-aware.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Annie Clark's really intelligent arranger, producer, songwriter, and probably one of the most interesting guitarists of the last 10 years, as far as I'm concerned. So who inspired me in terms of spending too much money on guitar pedals. So because she's really into sound design, and she's also a brilliant guitar player as well.
She really is. Yeah, I mean, we've actively chased some of her guitar sounds, haven't we? And sort of like borrowed some for some of the Fierce and the Dead stuff, I have to say. But it's they're great. Talking about that, actually, like sonically, I'd say this is probably the most kind of like traditional sonic album that she's done for quite some time. A lot of the sounds, as you say, there's electric piano, there's coal sitar, guitar, drums.
It sounds like a mellotron. Sounds like a mellotron's on there as well on some tracks as well. So
yeah.
I don't know what it is. I mean, there's a lap steel on there for that Dave Gilmour slide guitar thing.
Of course there is.
So it's definitely got all that stuff in it.
Yeah,
but I think it's interesting. It's very much. It's more like some people, they adopt a sort of sonic palette and they just become that.
Yeah.
Or somebody is an artist who's got their own sort of sound, like a Bowie sort of thing. Like when Bowie did like Young Americans, and he sort of did that soul thing, or when he borrowed from Eno and Fripp, but it still sounded like David Bowie. And I think Annie Clark's got the same level of sonic identity that she could adopt, something that is elements of Steely Dan, Floyd, and 70s Bowie and all those sort of things, but it still sounds like Annie Clark. And not everyone can do that, and I think that's why she's cool. I think she's got her own thing going. And I really enjoyed it. Like I say, I'd just say that perhaps it didn't blow me away in the same way as Strange Mercy did, but I mean, maybe that's because we've heard lots more of her now, so we know. True.
And I think maybe as well, the touchstones for this album were much more familiar to me anyway. So
I do really like it, and I think she's brilliant. I really do. But
absolutely. I'm really intrigued. I've seen her live a few times, and I'm really intrigued because I don't know whether this is going to be a touring band, but I've seen on a few of the TV kind of like appearances she's made. Her band, she's got Justin Meldal Johnson, she's got Jason Faulkner. I can't remember the drummer and the keyboard players, but she's put together a pretty cool band. And I'm really interested to see if that's going to be a live band, how they interpret the older stuff, whether she's going to bring the older stuff into like this world, or she's going to switch between or keep the sounds, or, that's going to be really interesting.
I really like it when someone tours an album they've done in a certain way and then adapts the old material into that style.
Yeah,
I love that. I love it when artists do that. And rather than doing the Maiden thing of just doing the old stuff exactly the same, I'd rather people evolve their overall sound.
Yeah,
and play the old material in a new way. So I always find that's quite interesting. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So go on then. Favorite track?
Someone Like Me. I think I really like that one.
Okay, I'm going to go. To be honest with you, I think "Pay Your Way in Pain." "Pay Your Way in Pain" is the best track on there for me, anyway, because it's the most immediate. It's just got a great kind of vibe. I know a lot of it was. I think a lot of it was her and the producer Jack Antonoff playing it, kind of everything in the studio. So, but I really like that one. That one works really well for me. I really like it. I mean,
so you've got "Pay Your Way in Pain." I've got "Somebody Like Me." So but I think I like that one as well. It's really strong.
it's a good album. It's really good. And to be honest with you, I think it's going to reward a lot, like more listens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think it's one of those ones. It's not quite as immediate as some of her other stuff. It's not quite so, you know, some of it's the stuff she's done in the past where it's like, oh my God, I've never heard of this before. And I didn't have that sort of, you know, effect. But I think it is a strong record. So
yeah,
it's going to be. I'll definitely be listening to it through the course of the rest of the year. Absolutely.
So yeah, go have a listen. Available at all places you can listen to stuff. Thanks for listening, watching us. Like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. See you next time.
Cheers.